Diamond Library every game? I mean, Diamond Library is just a 1 second reduction now. It's not as good as it was. Still good, but... Utilize his charge skills for monsters and his pool the best. But you will neglect Diamond Skill Vendor. Well, yeah, sure. I'm usually the same way digging for hardly working. But just like, even when you have the charge skills sometimes, your first activation is still like 4 seconds. And yeah, you can use that to charge some other stuff, but it's still not really that fast. Like that last game being the example, right? Like if we had the on potion use charge a thing, we still need time to ramp up for the Sunlight Spear to matter. Okay, so I have 8 gold. This could be my poison item. It probably won't be, though. So let's just have gold. Now, like, I agree. It's just I prioritize this as much as possible on every single character. And it's just Mac is the worst at it. It's not like when you're playing Vanessa, you're not prioritizing getting that 0-second start. Or on Dooley, trying to get that 2 or 3 second start. If they nerfed Library? Yeah, because this is supposed to be Mac's weakness. And also, let's not talk like Library wasn't, like, one of the best items in the game. It is very reasonable for them to have nerfed Library.
Man or beast.
Stronger payoff once he does start in the mid-game. He does in the mid-game, not as much in the late game. Like, other characters' fast starts just fucking kill you. Dooley hits you with a giant press. Vanessa hits you with a keg. Or a Langshan or whatever. Only per Metsumori should be played. I play it in builds that can. The problem is there's just no builds that can. So many Mac boards need all of his slots. Or like you have exactly 1 slot open for an invuln pot.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for... If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy. Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
How's Library great if it's a large slot? Because minus 1 second cooldown on all of your items is powerful. Minus 2 seconds cooldown on all of your items was absurd. Like, there were so many infinites you could get with minus 2 second cooldown. And that's even ignoring the +2 on all the opponent's weapons. Some boards were just completely bricked by the weapon effect.
Yeah, you're probably too skilled for my humble abilities. It takes real confidence to let a kid train you. I'm impressed.
What if you died a keg at 4 seconds? Yes, because you killed before then. Also, keg's probably not killing you at 4 seconds through a what's it called? You're probably delaying it to at least 5. But like, I've had library boards that just kill at 2 seconds. It's not that crazy.
All things in moderation. In life and business. I hope that brat Quicksil was watching. Profit is profit, according to the GSM.
That's pretty good.
Manual.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
CD on quest items, the library nerf patch, which was baffling. Yeah, they were... I get the overcorrections. Like, they don't want to issue a hotfix and then have people still complain about the permafreeze comp.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
And it's not like library didn't have it coming. Library had been one of Mac's best items for most of the time Mac has been a character. And it's like, not only is it one of his best proactive items, it's also just an obnoxious tech piece. Nerf probably restricts design space too much. Nerf. Library is the reason his items are trash. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that that's true at all. The reason his items are trash is because he's a character that's designed around scaling into, like, later fights, and he has terrible defenses. And scaling just kind of sucks in this game. Only worked with Diamond Library and Diamond Pendulum. Yeah. This freeze build's definitely a bit underpowered.
Not all my subjects survive my experiments.
Another bonkening help? I don't think so. It's just... Mac's such a weird design.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
The character all about scaling who is also a glass cannon doesn't... I don't know how it makes sense. Like, I think that's why they tried to push regen as such a big Mac mechanic in the last expansion. Is regen is technically a defensive layer. It can keep you alive to get your scaling going. The issue right now is just regen is not a real defensive layer.
Yeah, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Too many boards are killing you in one shot or outputting their damage too quickly for regen to keep up. In Pig's design space. I mean, I think they're kind of different. Like, Pig is trying to be tanky. Mac is generally more about scaling than Pig. Like, Pig has some scaling items, but for the most part, his stuff is just big. I guess with, like, 28-hour fitness, it did move more towards scaling for what it's worth.
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
The Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover them all.
Yeah, I don't know. When I think Pig, I think, like, tons of health, big bonks. When I think of Mac, I think of falls over to a light breeze, but if you're not doing something to kill him, he will basically do infinite damage to you. Because, like, Pig had that problem when Mac was first released, where Pig's defensive layer was having a ton of health, but Mac would just do 20,000 damage to you in 10 seconds. Let's... This does more poison. I guess this also does more poison, but the poison comes later.
Why must we do this? Death laughs at us both.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Maximum season tip 11 is standard pawn shop health scale. Well, then he becomes Pig. Like, I think they're trying to avoid that. They're trying to keep their, like, at least the way that they defend distinct. Like, Mac gets invulnerability, Pig gets a lot of life. Mac gets regen, Pig gets healing.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round!
Is the life of the opponents proportional to yours? What do you mean? $13K. Oh, it probably just means they invested into life. $13K is probably they knee braced for a while. Day 11? They have a belt? Day 11's usually what, like 7K life? They might have had a lot of bonus fights and been up a few levels. Character who doesn't have access to shielding in the slightest, not having max health scaling will inevitably kill the character. I don't disagree. I think that is one of the design paradoxes Mac has. But I do think they are trying to avoid having him overlap too much with Pig. And one of the ways they're doing that is by keeping his defenses scuffed.
Smart shoppers buy vintage. They don't make these like they used
I'm not going to say that I think that that's a great idea, or that that's necessarily sustainable long term, but that does seem to be what they're trying to do. Yeah, that's also true. Regen becomes a real defensive layer if you're not getting one shot. This is scary. I'm just gonna go here.
I've studied for this. I can win.
They both have tickets anyway. I missed out on the chance to get rigged, but whatever.
But I followed all the instructions.
Like, it's another thing. Regen's just another thing where Mac gets to do things that are, on paper, kind of powerful, but held back by major weaknesses of the character. I just, like, in almost all of the cases, it feels like right now the weaknesses are more pronounced than the strengths. The slow starts are brutal. The lack of HP is a huge problem. Or, I guess the lack of good defenses is a huge problem.
Gold is loud and gaudy. Silver
so expensive.
is demure.
I need 2 poison items.
That looks fabulous on you.
Shit. Characters need more early health and more starting gold. I don't know about that. I feel like early health balance is in a fairly good spot. Burst builds are good. You still can play defensive scaling boards early. Burst isn't so oppressive that you can't play defenses to get around them sometimes. Obviously, the burst boards can high roll, but... for the most part, I think it's fine. Why does Weasel Period? I've never seen you pick it. I've picked it a good amount. I don't know. I don't think I'm interested in it here.
I respect loyalty, but Kev's not here.
Paddist
The
Hydro
fire
Press?
softens
Oh my.
before it strengthens. Remember that.
Fuel Start feels unplayable. Currently my take. I've had multiple people swear by Skill Start for Mac, though, in the last couple days, so I'm giving it a shot.
My battle days are over, but my weapons
Poison?
more. You'll be back, Rip Bruises.
Has Keg not been nerfed
You
into
are
the
a giant
ground?
to me, and I will
There's not enough
finish
people
you.
play it,
Go
is my
ahead.
guess.
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
My current conspiracy theory is they buffed holsters enchants last patch to try to increase the play rate of holsters so people would realize just how busted that item is so they can finally nerf it.
I paint my shit red, but I don't use paint.
General sentiment on Mac is that he's still good. Yeah, I don't really care too much about the general sentiment. The general sentiment for most people is that Pig is a playable character in most patches. Complain about something if you yourself are aware it's broken? I mean, what does broken necessarily mean? Like, if people don't view it as broken, it's not broken. Like, it's all about perception.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who. Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
Which season was season 2? I do remember there being one season where I thought people were crazy, calling Dooley the worst character.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
Last season? Were people low on Dooley last season? Last season was season 2. Okay. Yeah, I thought Dooley was very good last season. I think season 1? I'm getting everything mixed up, because like every season is split into 2 parts. Season 1 was bugs, right? Or was that beta? There was one patch where everyone thought Dooley was unplayable, and I just had him as like the worst character, but barely. I think that was the one right after bugs. It was like before the kinetic cannon rework. It's a relic. This is a faster poison item. That's cool to have. Okay, you have a lot of health. Hopefully we can
keep moving, fancy
get our
britches.
thing here. Your flame hand, strength bot is the strongest mech mid game. It might be. I don't know. I haven't hated health starts. They've been all right.
Ah, you goal-praying ski-waller!
Truthfully, it's hard to definitively say some characters the worst or best. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm always like a little tongue-in-cheek when I'm calling Pig the worst character in the game. It's always been true, but the confidence is slightly tongue-in-cheek. Oh, let's skip strength potion now. Depends what I'm doing. How quick the board is killing otherwise. There's just so many Mac items that don't work with Strength Pot. Like, if we want to say Mac is being designed around any one item, can we say that it's Strength Pot, and they're just making sure that every item that would be busted with Strength Pot does not have a cooldown that ever lines up with Strength Pot? It is miserable. We're finding the good items.
Try not to almost die every day.
Can do. If I do this, don't have the Idol of Decay in the initial dose, but how much does that matter? Can't do anything with Proboscis. If we can find Toxic, maybe.
Adira is our strongest. Oh, but oh, does he know?
I don't know. We still have no slows anywhere.
Or new food. We made progress today. I'm proud of you.
Boys have problems thanks to so many centralizing board pieces focusing on the charge keyword. I mean, what do we mean by problems? I feel like these have mostly been cool designs that Dooley has, rather than problems.
You remind me of someone I fought last century.
The way charge functions in a game at the base level makes it impossible to balance when used as liberally as it is in Dualies kit. I feel like the only things you can really say that about are like fiber optics, which is a gold item and thus kind of whatever, and maybe battery. For most other things, the charge is self-contained, no? And like the appeal of Dually is how to get those self-contained engines to go fast. Like it's just what the character does. That said, if you were to argue that like battery is a design problem for Dually, I'd probably be sympathetic to the argument.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
Battery's probably too good
All
for a
about
bronze.
Moderation.
It's the biggest charge offender. It's a gold item. Who cares? People are allowed to do busted stuff when gold items show up. It's an engine item. It's not like Library where it's an engine item while also being a filthy tech piece. You do need to work a little bit to make Pendulum worth the 2 slots. I would argue Fiber Optics being a 1-slot item is a bit more free than Pendulum, even if Pendulum leads to crazier setups.
You leave it behind.
So they nerf Library in the
Someone
most
else finds
unfun
it.
way.
It all
I can get
works
behind
out.
that. I can get behind that.
Cast aside your deathstruments.
Like, at the same time, though, like, if you remove the CD increase part, people... It would probably be fine. I don't think it solves the problem that they wanted to solve of... They really didn't want the permafreeze Mac board to ever come together anymore. And the 2-second cooldown reduction just plays too well with the relics. What the fuck is this?
I suppose you'll go buy a weapon instead.
Oh, you'd make a lovely statue.
Like Pendulum, it's good at gold, but only okay. You need to wait to upgrade to the diamond, it's hard to find. Yeah, I think Pendulum's a cool design. I think maybe having
I could use
a lot of multicast items on the character that has Pendulum is maybe a bit short-sighted, but I think overall Pendulum's a cool item for Mac to have.
Enough
I have enough burn options to make the
I will
relic
defeat
consistent.
death itself.
The burn relic, it's pretty scuffed. The biggest problem with it isn't even the lack of burn items, it's just how hard it is to get the quest to complete. It's so hard to get a fight where you can put 75 burn on the relic before the opponent dies. Burn just kills so much faster than poison does. You still permafreeze with the tomb, but your start is 7 seconds. There are some high roll starts that can start at 3, but it is much harder to get the permafreeze together than it was before. I was taking the mountain pass. Get into the freeze board on Mac. I've had a couple. I had one where I got the Jack skill and it was just free.
Your world will burn.
Yeah, we probably need to find some real items. We probably need to find some real items.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer?
My people.
Diamond Pendulum and Shiny Fang. Yeah. There was one Diamond Pendulum, Shiny Fang. There was one Jack skill. All the really absurd Mac freeze boards need like monster drops now, I think. Where before they came together with just in-character items.
Come on in. Let's chat. So, how about this weather? Oh, you're leaving. That's good.
It was a cool item. It just restricts design space too much. I don't know. I don't know how much gold items really restrict design space. And I feel like for most of the time we've had Mac, Pendulum has been sort of fine. It was really just this expansion that introduced a bunch of multicast things that have built-in charge that it became really problematic. And like multicast freeze items specifically too.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my...
On behalf of the Grand Society of them.
Mister. Anyway, thanks.
Multiclass charge depth that broke it. Yeah, and it's just like... I don't know if that's design space that Mac necessarily has to have. Like, is it really that much of a restriction, or were they just underestimating how big of a problem this specific sort of stuff? At least more of that. I mean, they can release it on other characters is the thing, right? Like, you don't need to balance around off-class stuff.
This is a gift at any price. Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my mother.
all 3 of Fast Start, Pendulum Loop, and Multicast Madness, but 2 of 3 is okay.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was specifically having the excavation tools to start it that was problematic, I guess. I was surprised Mac got an item like excavation tools, too. It does seem like they've kind of been avoiding giving him good ways to get fast starts, and then they just gave him excavation tools. Skill start is so hit or miss. What are the hits? I'm still trying to figure out what the hits are. No, I think it can't be transmuted. You can't transform legendary items.
Another step forward on my path.
You had a chance at Damascus steel. Temper, sharpen, reinforce.
6 regen day 1's a lot, potentially. That's what I had last run. It won me day 1, and then we still lost all the rest of our early game fights. Right, day 1 only. But, like, you have no money. Like, you're making yourself poor for the rest of the game to have slightly better odds of winning fight 1.
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful.
Regen per non-weapon you can carry first few days. You can get that as a starting skill? Why does that start at bronze? Oh my god. Is it as rare as other monster skills, at least?
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
Furry Monster at Silver yesterday on day 2. Is Furry Monster limited to skills that start at bronze? I know Gold skill start is. I didn't think Furry Monster was. Well,
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you.
got it at bronze
People
from
are
Furry
a
Monster
pattern.
on Pig.
In 100
Carried
years
with only
when
10
you are
regen per
dust,
non-weapon.
I
Yeah.
will
I had
remember.
it yesterday on Vanessa at Silver, and it was unbeatable for the first, like, 6 days.
Just behind the veil.
Well, at least we can beat other max.
Family waits for me.
Got that going for us. Absurd skill at all to start at below gold. I mean, if it started at silver, it'd be whatever, but being able to start the game with it is kind of silly. Healthy Hoarder on Pig is the same way. Just like having 2k life on day 2 is a bit silly. Okay, let's stop and think about this game for a second. How is this turning into a real board? What are we looking for? We have Injection System, Adrenal Converter. Augment Rite of Idle. Play Idle Carry. Is that real? Some apothecary self-looping nonsense? Maybe.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something. Buy from Barcoon instead. He actually cares about this. I only sell things so I can buy things. Huge things!
It's very real. I feel like it's just gonna run into the same issue that we had on the board from last game. Where our kill is too slow and we don't have real defenses. Excavation tool. I mean, excavation tool gets Idol of Decay activating faster. Like Slate is bait. Spider Mace better. I'll play the Aug now. Mace charges Slate. Yeah. The mace also just like triggers the injection system. Let's do injection next to Slate is playable. Oh, is it better than the dose? I'm just gonna try the dose here.
Don't be a hero. Just hand it over.
Did the Slate... I don't think my Slate has slows on it. The Slate's just poison regen, I think. It's working towards freeze.
I'm just trying to feed my family.
Farm slows. Am I putting the Slate back in?
After all these centuries,
I don't know.
there's still more to learn.
The dose is my start.
I do not
Slow charge to
teach
carry into the
you
later
how to
game.
discover for
I
yourself.
agree. I'm just playing the mace now because the mace is a better injection system target than Venomous Dose to scale the Idol of Decay. Get me haste from Adrenal Converter. Slow on Gold Slate is 3. Yeah, I think so. It's like 3 items for 1 second.
Soon I think you will be ready for Adira's training.
Curio sells junk. Our items have lived.
They have stories.
Small items, small people. I love them all.
Take the apothecary.
Oh, look. It's so tiny.
I have not played an apothecary. Ever. Every time I buy it, hoping to get one of the enchants for it, and then the enchant doesn't show up. Maybe this will be the game.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer?
It was really strong. You find in combat poison or regen scaling. A 0-second start loop. Last Appo game with no Appo enchant. How does that work? You get 2 charges from injection system. How does it loop with no enchant? Oh, it's just a haste to you. So 1, 2, 3. Enchanted injection. Okay. And what, you had like a Spider-Man on the other side looping? It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just something else triggering the injection. Soul Ring works well because of space constraints. You're saying like Soul Ring over Idol of Decay? Busted enchant, please.
A visitor. How delicious.
90% of Mac builds want 10% of his skills, and 10% of his builds want 90% of his skills.
I didn't think this was possible.
Yeah. I don't know. Vital Renewal and Hardly Working are definitely build enabling. Will not have Idol most likely later if you go Appo direction. I'm never playing this. Who are we kidding? I held on to the dream long enough.
With each new discovery, the formula of life is revealed.
Make deals, not war.
I have seen so many of these this run.
guided me to what you needed.
Off-meal is godlike for these builds. I don't have any free agents. Like, I feel like normally if I'm going to be doing that, I need to be doing that from earlier in the game. And it feels a lot harder to do when you don't have gold early because you picked skill start. Like, I felt like one of the mistakes that we made last run was we tried to get a catalyst printer early, and we just didn't have enough money to get a board together. We have money now. Yeah, I have low expectations, but I'm giving it a shot. I'm giving it a shot. I just really didn't like anything on Mac, so...
When we are finished, may I dissect you for study?
I may be
in
young for a
desperation,
captain,
let's
but
do
I
the start
see
that I have
my
not
share
tried
of
all
stories.
season. So thankfully Eels is not a real item, so we're fine.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
Got him. I have the second best quest item in my bag. I do have the second best quest item in my bag. No, Slate's junk. I mean, so are most quest items. Oh wait, we sold the Soul Stone. Oh. The actual second best quest item. They can't all be Sands of Time. Cradle of Decay is solid DPS. Okay, with our solid DPS item, I have no fear. Double ticket. I should. I could. Okay, good. Good, good, good. It affects what enchanted item can show up in the vault. Your skill's pretty busted. I just don't believe.
You carry the soul sickness that ruined my people. Carry it back to your... Your own land needs a guardian. Perhaps it is you.
Switch to Pig now. Couldn't stand to play him after the most recent round of nerfs. Switched to Pig. Of all the characters to pick, you picked Pig to switch to? There's two perfectly good characters in the game. And you picked Pig?
Hear my sister's laughter.
Obsidian Idol Decay's busted, right? That's a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm always clicking this. It's just if only I had tools. I do. It's just silver. Might still be worth playing, but I can't like tools and AUG and injection. Key, it's Ice Watch or Toxic Mace. Yeah, I was thinking it was Toxic Mace. Do you still like this item? I feel like the half-second freeze doesn't really do anything. Are you playing it just for an injection system trigger? It's a worse one than Spider Mace's. It's like drill. Yeah. It's not about freeze. Well, I mean, I have no burn effects, and the only freeze is itself. It's for charging adjacent. Oh, sure. The cuts for it are pretty scuffed. Like, if you drop... It's just charging the idol, too. I'm just taking this. Hold this in case we get vital renewal.
You are a child.
Toxic apothecary angle.
and I
I don't think so.
punish
We have
You should
so
know,
much
I'm a
damage
bit
now.
of a legend on Pelago.
If we didn't have Obsidian on the Idol of Decay, maybe.
Defeat does not defeat me.
Sagapo is not for damage, it's for self-loop. I mean, I'm getting 3 poison triggers and a haste trigger. Start at 0 and loop forever? I mean, I'd start at 4 seconds. Like, what are... Maybe you can cut this, but then you're losing the haste trigger? I'm not seeing where the loop is, or where the 0 second is. Augment charges at 4 seconds at start? Wait. I see 2. Where's the other 2 coming from? I mean, dose, not injection. Yeah, but dose is again 4 seconds. What's activating dose at start of combat? Oh, this thing? What's activating this at start? What? I'm losing it. What? Okay, what are you saying the cuts are? The cuts are... Icicle Mace Injection Cut. Put Apo, Rapid Injection System. Apo... Rapid Injection System, Idle, Augment, Adrenal. This gives... You get a starting poison, which gets you a haste, which is 2 seconds of charge on Apothecary. It's another poison from injection system? Oh, sure. So that's 3. You're halfway there. If we had Toxic on Apo, it just loops. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm still 2 charges short, right? We can see what it looks like in the PvE fight, I guess, but...
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you? Every item finds its buyer. It's a relationship, you know?
I'm a little scared of you. I maybe shouldn't be. No, I agree, I'm gonna hold it, but...
A waste of my time. But I do have plenty.
I don't know. I don't think that's better. I'd rather have the icicle. Toxic gets way closer to permalooping. It's closer, but it's still not there. But yeah.
The Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover them all.
I beg of you, Mac, go have some fun.
Vital renewal.
The Bazaar is no ordinary city. There are secrets beneath our feet.
I'm already getting crit from this.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains. I feel like you're not being fully present with me.
Okay, a Mac. We love to see Max. Put everything back in the right spots.
I will leave you alive to learn the lesson. You remind me of someone I fought last century.
The next dually day? I don't know. We got a bunch of dually videos on YouTube.
If you think you've hurt my feelings, I assure you I have none.
Dually started feeling a bit more repetitive. Ended up playing a lot of the same sorts of builds. Rip shield, yeah. Convinced idle plus augment is extra good. I'm getting convinced that obsidian enchant's busted. I don't think I was ever doubting that.
Discounts for peace.
Which build? I was playing a lot of kinetic cannon. Was playing a lot of hydraulic press.
You're listening to your needs.
What else were we playing?
Good, I guess.
They're in the thumbnails typically. Crit on augment? I guess. Doesn't matter anything else.
I assume you're here to give tribute. I will remember you and return.
That's a little spooky. That was a little bit spooky.
My mind glows. I see everything.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste. Oh, I understand. Class isn't for everyone.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back. See that mountain? That's Poe. He might have what you need.
If you knew my true purpose,
Kinetic doesn't feel
you would
viable.
stand
10.
aside.
What are you playing on your kinetic board? Because I've like felt comfortable going into day 15 on kinetic cannon. It felt like one of his Dually's best late game boards.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Like, the strength of the kinetic cannon boards is just how much interaction they get to play. Deadly on Optic, it's double crit chance.
Small things remind me of seeds.
Bit of money anyway.
Acorns. Home. Oh, okay. Maybe next time?
Gold chocolates, everyone. Religiously hunting plasminate and crude tools every game if you want to run core carry. I mean, I agree with the gold chocolates. I don't know about religiously hunting. They're good items, but I don't know, just felt like one of the options that you have. I've had a lot of core carry games just like start as railgun runs, just like eventually find kinetic cannon or nitrogen hammer or whatever silver item you want to play late game.
Hi there.
It's just an early game item. You need to get out of it before level 7. It's pretty good early. It beats most things early still.
Fine. Don't buy it.
It's just broken.
There's no need
It's
to insult
good.
me.
It's very good. But like Dooley has a lot of very good items. That's kind of the strength of Dooley. I don't know, like if you're doing railgun stuff, you don't really care too much about finding either of those items.
What strange creatures prowl these streets? My power
Like I've benched more cruel
burns
tools than
hotter,
I've played. Like I'll almost
melting
always
away
buy
the
it, but
impurities.
it doesn't always make it in play.
Well, good luck then. My work is for the glory of Samaska. So, tell us.
Core carry point of view? Yeah, I mean I play a lot of the core. It's just like if you're on the core into kinetic cannon line, the crude tools never comes in, or the core into hydraulic press line, the crude tools never goes in. It goes in the nitrogen hammer version usually, I think. Like my experience is that crude tools is generally more important for ignition core starts. Oh, it's obviously great with 3D printer too.
I was expecting you 0.5 seconds ago.
Well, can't play this with that. Probably too late to be thinking about questing Sands of Time.
I found some exhilarating speed for you.
Oh, yeah, the reason that Kinetic is good is because you get to just play, like, cool LEDs, sometimes Beta Ray. Like, you're almost a permafreeze board while having good damage scaling and a fast start. Say core carry build, what are you meaning? That's a good question. There's a lot of boards that... When I'm thinking core carry, I am thinking specifically kinetic cannon mid to late game. But you could also mean, like, crude tools 3D printer stuff, I guess. With a scaling core. Oh, when you say the core... Wait. I took this very differently. When I see core carry, I am thinking the core, not ignition or weaponized. I see. Yeah, that is the other dually character that I have played a lot less of. Aiming at the core was a terrible idea. I have been saying that since November. That's pretty good. I have the Apo now. Is it better to do Apo? Slow 3 items, 1 second. So this does just loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then... Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Start is a little bit faster, too. 2 second startup. Isn't it 3? 1, 2, 3.
I will fight you, but only so that I can study you.
Liquid heavy on injection system. Isn't it not infinite if I do that?
Tusks, right?
Invert poison items? Oh. That's fine.
Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
The injection system is -1 start time. Oh, true, true. Is heavy enchant on this when you self-poison, not when you use an adjacent? Yeah, yeah.
There it is, the rising sun of perfection.
Both boards want to run crude plasma every game. Yeah, yeah. My take currently is that Dooley is 3 different characters that are all very good. You've got the weaponized ignition core stuff that does core self-scaling stuff, which is, I think, what a lot of the top players are playing. You've got the core crit core starts that have a lot of overlap, but don't do as much like crude tool stuff. It's more having like an early game and then you pivot into one of the good silver items, and that's how you get strong. And then you've got the dino stuff, which is a 3rd character. And I feel like the dino one's probably worse than the other 2, but I feel like both, well, I personally feel like the core crit core stuff is better than the scaling stuff, but I'm sure you can do well with both of them. I think it's just playstyle. It might be. It might be. Mission weaponized is just consistent. I mean, I feel like the core stuff is pretty consistent too. There's just so many different lines that you have access to. It's hard to miss them all. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. Be back in like 2 minutes. When we get back, we will play some more. Hope you guys stick around.